So today we decided to cash in on that new Power Rangers movie. I mean, talk about our love for the franchise.
Our love for the franchise. Totally not the fact that we could totally make some AdSense money off this movie.
Yeah.
Money.
But anyway, today we are doing a tag I didn't even know existed until tonight.
I didn't know it existed until I did a quick Google search for it a second ago. I just found this, so his tag, the questions for this.
But today we are pulling off the Power Rangers tag. We haven't done a tag video in a while, so this will be a little fun.
And these tag questions come from Jeanne Killjoy. She's apparently I guess she's a vlogger on YouTube or something.
No.
So we don't have any credit. So just we're not taking credit for these questions or anything. We're just taking them from her.
Okay. So, guess we should start it off. What is your favorite Power Rangers season? I gotta go with Dino Thunder.
I kind of gotta go with SPD on this one.
Well, for me, Dino Thunder was basically the series we got started on because we were 11 years old. It was 2004 when we first saw when we really saw Power Rangers for the first time, and back then, and we kind of were introduced to these, and we were kind of introduced to this whole new character, this set of characters, these really awesome series, and I think that that's pretty much what got personally me into Power Rangers, because I actually started watching it before I actually showed it to you.
Yeah, and then with me, SPD, I liked the more serialized aspect of it. I liked the fact that we had a continuing story. We had a lot more continuing story bits that was more developed based on a continuing story than just the episodic stuff of Dino Thunder, where it was just arcs with a bunch of filler in between.
I also kind of like in Dino Thunder how the villain looks a lot like Donald Trump if he melded with one of the raptors from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Because I just think that's kind of funny. Also acts like him too, kind of too.
Yeah.
Alright, what was your least favorite Power Rangers season?
I kind of gotta go on with Samurai. I just don't know. It just kind of took the cheese factor and went a little too far with it.
Probably Lost Galaxy, even though I don't really hate it that much. It just kind of doesn't feel like Power Rangers to me. It feels kind of like this serialized space opera that just happens to have Power Rangers in it. So, I don't know. I'm not saying I hate it. It's just my opinion right now at this very second. I'm sure later on when I actually think about everything I've seen from Power Rangers, I'll probably come up with something else from it, but that's about it.
Okay. If you could be any color ranger, what would it be?
I'd probably be the Blue Ranger. He's kind of because they're always kind of the leader, but they're not really the leader, so you don't have all that pressure on you.
I know. If this was Mighty Morphin, I'd probably go either green or white. But if it's any season, I'd want to be the Red Ranger because I just love, because I just really like the color red, and I like the Red Ranger, and I like that Red Ranger stuff.
Favorite Power Ranger? Tommy Oliver.
Tommy Oliver, Jason David Frank, is an awesome guy on and off screen, and he was there on our very first season with Dino Thunder.
Yeah, so why would we really pick anyone else? He's the ultimate Power Ranger.
Who is your least favorite?
Probably Troy, because he's kind of a blank slate. He kind of has nothing to. There's kind of nothing to him.
Troy, which one is he?
From Megaforce. He's from Megaforce. And the problem with him is that there's really nothing to him. And I read recently an article from a former story editor for Super Megaforce, and he basically said, well, he was Megaforce. He got fired before Super Megaforce, but he said that there was actually a lot more built onto Troy before they actually ended up going with what they ended up going with, and that's kind of the problem. They came up with all these ideas and they partially executed them, but then they never did anything with them, and Troy's entire storyline was kind of one of the things, and I haven't watched a lot of Megaforce, but I know from what I've seen that he's kind of a blank slate of nothingness. It's kind of off-putting when the Red Ranger is usually the focus of any given storyline of a season, and he kind of was given some of that focus like usual.
I gotta go with Justin from Turbo. Just kind of a cop-out answer because nobody liked Justin. Even though he was an attempt to get more kids into it, and it didn't work out. We just got a little kid running around being stupid and geeking out over Power Ranger stuff.
Which Ranger, if any, did you have a crush on? I'm probably gonna go with Kiro from Dino Thunder on this one because she was like the cool guitar playing alt rock chick. She was awesome and she's cute and hoot and funny and talented and all this other cool stuff.
I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go Amy Jo Johnson as Kimberly from Mighty Morphin.
Even though she's like 20 years older than you.
Yeah, even though she's like 20 years older. Kira's way older than you.
Shut up.
But it doesn't matter. This is like, did you have a crush on anyone? No, I don't think I ever had like a serious crush on any of them. But if I'm bored, I would have to go with that.
Did you ever watch seasons of Super Sentai? If so, which one is your favorite season? Never watched it.
Seasons, no. Episodes, little bits and pieces.
Yeah, I think the closest thing to an episode of Sentai I've ever seen was the one they actually threw into Dino Thunder in that season where they actually showed an episode, and that's about it. And even then, it was a crappily dubbed version of it that they did for the episode.
Yeah. Have you ever dressed up like a Power Ranger? If so, which ones?
Yes.
Yes.
We did. For like 2 Halloweens, we had Power Rangers Dino Thunder Halloween costumes, and we wore them even though at the first Halloween they were really small. Second Halloween they were horribly small.
Yes.
Because we were 11 when we started getting into that show, and
costumes
and Halloween costumes for them were not really.
They didn't run very big.
They didn't get very big enough for kids that big.
Okay.
Most prized Power Rangers item. I'm gonna go with my SPD morpher.
Yeah.
Because
we got a couple morphers.
We've got a couple morphers, and the SPD morpher I think that SPD morpher is kind of cool, even though the paint is kind of chipped off of it.
I think mine has to be. Well, I kind of really like these, the pop figures that we got here. That might just be barely being framed. I like those. Those are hose. We don't have a lot of Power Rangers merchandise.
We don't have a lot of the recent Power Rangers merchandise. Really.
Who is your favorite Power Rangers villain?
I'm gonna go with Emperor Grom. He's kind of tough, and at first glance he was kind of doing that Gollum thing, and he was kind of doing this Gollum thing where he would always kind of be in a room by himself talking, and we wouldn't hear the response, and he'd be assuming that he's the response. But then later in the season we kind of found out that it was kind of this big brain pulling the strings and things, and I still kind of like him because he's not really a comical villain. He's a villain. He's just a straight villain. Honestly, there's a lot of villains to choose from. Like Rancic could be chosen because he's literally the only Power Rangers villain to straight up murder a Ranger.
Yeah.
Oh, except I can't even remember what they used to loophole that out of existence. And then there's all these other villains, but I think Emperor Grom might be just the most genuinely evil of the villains.
Gotta go with Lord Zed. Because he was kind of a big deal. He was a change for the show. He made things a little scarier than with Rita.
And technically he was the only villain ever to actually defeat the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, so I guess that's it, guys. That is the Power Rangers tag.
That's all 10 questions we got here.
If you guys want, you can leave your answers to the Power Rangers tag down in the description below. In the comments below, and then we can leave the questions in the description as well.
And also we are going to be doing an episode of StillerBros at the movies for the brand new Power Rangers movie that is coming out later this week as we film this.
Yes, so
it'll no doubt come out the Sunday after it comes out.
Yeah, so check our second channel out for that. We'll give our little in-depth thoughts,
and we'll actually at the end of the video we'll leave a link when the video actually exists.
Yeah. So until next time, guys, always remember,
never forget,
when's a Ranger?
Always a Ranger.
See ya.
Bye.